Okay, so let's get right into it. The real question here isn't just what can I do with $100? It's much bigger than that. It's about how you can take that single $100 bill and turn it into a repeatable system, a machine for building wealth over the long haul. We're not talking about a get-rich-quick thing here. We're talking about a real blueprint.
And, this is the first thing that pops into everyone's head, right? It feels like such a drop in the bucket in the grand scheme of things. Can $100 actually make a real, meaningful difference to your financial future? It's a totally fair question. And the answer, well, it might just surprise you.
And there it is. The source is being brutally honest with us. The money itself, that initial $100, that's not the magic ingredient. The real asset you're building here is the habit, the process, the machine. That system is what will actually change your life over time. So let's start building that machine. The very first step is to lay a solid foundation. And the good news is this only involves two core pieces to get everything up and running the right way from day one. It really is that simple to get started. First, we have to pick the right place to put our money. And second, we need to choose the right first investment to put inside that account. Let's break down each of those.
All right, so first things first, where are you going to build this machine? As you can see, you've got a couple of main options. On the left, there's the Roth IRA. Now, if you're eligible for one, its key advantage is an absolute game changer, completely tax-free growth. Think about that. Your money can compound for decades, and you'll never owe a penny in taxes on the profits. On the right, a standard brokerage account is more flexible and open to pretty much everyone, but it doesn't have that tax superpower. For long-term wealth, that Roth IRA is an incredibly powerful place to begin. So, you've got your account picked out. What do you actually buy? Well, the source is crystal clear on this. Don't even try to pick winning stocks. Instead, you practice what's called smart diversification, which is just a fancy way of saying you buy the entire market. With just one purchase of an index fund like VTI, which tracks the total U.S. market, or VOO, which follows the top 500 companies, you instantly own a tiny piece of hundreds of businesses. This massively reduces your risk and lets you capture the long-term growth of the entire economy. Okay, the foundation is in place. Now we need to fuel the machine. This next part is all about the ongoing process that really gives the system its power over years and even decades. This is such a critical mindset shift. You're not just spending $100 or saving it. When you buy an index fund like VTI, you are literally buying a small slice of ownership in thousands of American companies. You are becoming an owner. And that changes your whole perspective on what you're doing. And this is the engine itself. That initial $100, that's just the spark. The real power, the horsepower, comes from consistently adding more fuel, even if it's just $50 or $100 every single month. Putting this on autopilot creates an incredibly powerful wealth-building habit. But what about market crashes? The advice from the source is simple. You have to ignore the short-term noise. The chart on the left, that represents the daily panic you see on the news. It's volatile, it's scary. But the chart on the right shows what happens when you zoom out and focus on the timeline that actually matters. Over decades, all that scary noise just smooths out into predictable, long-term growth. Your job is to keep your eyes on the long-term prize.
All right, your system is built and it's running. Now, let's talk about how to supercharge it. This is the kind of hidden strategy that can separate good results from truly great results, and it's something that most beginners totally miss. So here's the crucial point. Once your investing system is on autopilot, your main focus should actually shift. Instead of just trying to pinch pennies and save more, focus on earning more, whether that's through your job, a promotion, or a side hustle. And why is that? Because every extra dollar you earn can be fed directly into your wealth machine, which dramatically speeds up its growth. Now, this is just as important as everything else we've covered. We've built the machine, now we have to make sure we don't accidentally break it. These are the common mistakes that will absolutely destroy your system before it even gets a chance to do its job. The source on this, a chartered accountant, is very, very clear. The activities you see here, they're system destroyers. Things like day trading, chasing after the latest meme stock, and speculating, that's not investing, it's gambling. It will completely derail the slow, steady, proven process of building real wealth. Avoid them at all costs. So let's bring this all home by zooming out one last time. It's time for the final and maybe most important mindset shift. We need to understand the true purpose of this machine we've just built. Look, this whole system isn't based on wishful thinking. It's based on historical data.
Over the long haul, the US stock market has delivered average annual returns right in this range. Your system isn't trying to outsmart the market, it's just designed to capture this proven, powerful return through patience and consistency.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. We're not focused on trying to double our first $100. We're focused on building a simple, repeatable process that we can follow for the next 10, 20, even 30 years. The system is the real prize. So, can $100 change your life? No. But can you use that $100 to build a lifelong habit, a system that works for you tirelessly, compounding year after year to eventually create real financial freedom? Absolutely. And that is a system worth building.